Oh yeah, Sumfest 2025 now in the books. Only for things I have to talk about. I guess the main thing to talk about is Vybz Kartel being crowned King of Dancehall by the powers that be at Soundfest. Mainly Joe Bogdanovich, Spice and Nuffy apparently.
It's so weird to see them, Spice and Nuffy
together.
Even though it was so funny where like Spice was like, Nuffy. The king say a woman I look for put crown on him and Nuffy was just very much enough, but yeah, she took control at the moment, so that was fun.
You can still see there's some little
they're not fine, but I guess because the mutual party which them really honor and respect so much, which is Kartel, like them just say, you know what, F it, let me Kumbaya.
Yeah, for now at least. So yeah, that go on. Him shout out Beanie Man, which I thought was
definitely
good. A little coily done, but yeah, shout out nonetheless. There's a lot of chatter surrounding this. A whole heap of people in the lead up as well, and now that it has happened, a whole heap of people been saying, oh, this much deserve. There are people on the other aisle of things that say, hey, Beanie still the king. Joe and him friend them. Just decide, say, yeah, we'll give Kartel this crown. That no means say he's actually king. At the end of the day, the history books will show that he was crowned at this event. King of the Dancehall. I don't think history so much I can remember that Joe Bogdanovich ran Soundfest.
Yeah.
You think the history books will show that?
Yeah,
I mean, he was on the stage and he did that carny thing that he did.
Yeah. No, but of course, it's like, the era of Joe Bogdanovich when Joe Bogdanovich had the reins of Reggae Sumfest.
You think so? You think people call into question who was in charge of Soundfest at the time Beanie Man got it?
I don't think it was much of a big deal then. Like, they weren't really. I guess because at the time it wasn't so muddled with like who like Beanie Man being the king or being the king of the dancehall. It wasn't so much up for debate, and it wasn't so social media wasn't obviously a active part of our lives. So it was just a thing to do. So nobody never really put much thought in, but of course you can go like, oh yeah, when it was under this person reign
stewardship.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to Vybz Kartel, without a doubt.
Are we gonna talk about it? Like, can we start talking about it? I thought you were kind of just doing our whole rundown.
No.
Right.
We'll talk about it and we can.
Well,
give
my
our
full thoughts on the whole thing of him being crowned. I don't like the public. Like, I don't know why it's such a divisive issue. But who is king or who's not king? Who's the current king? I think it ruins it. It ruins the atmosphere in which it should be received and which should be given. And I feel like it more have to do with the fans in and of itself. I don't know why they feel like if Kartel being king of the dancehall now, like that, like Beanie Man is no longer it. And I just think it's so weird that, and then I think too that Kartel fans and, whoever are people who are trying to drum up this division. If you remember what's going to happen when Kartel has to give over the crown.
Well, according to Nuffy, he never will.
Well, that's Nuffy's opinion, and Nuffy's entitled to his opinion. But if Beanie Man held the crown for a long time, and we're saying that Vybz Kartel is now the new hold off the title, that would mean that it would be relinquished sometime after, you know. And I think that we need to get to a point where it don't need to be as corrosive and divisive and like, oh, this someone and it's just like, yeah, I mean, you know, Kartel has done a lot for the genre, and to be able, and I think we need to give credit to Kartel to be able to sustain and to maintain his legacy while he was behind bars for 13 years. You know, it is a crazy feat, and then to come out and then just hit the ground running, doing these back-to-back shows. And we talk about like even the government talk about the Kartel effect, because, you know, it was a record turnout for Kartel, for Reggae Sumfest this year. And that is in due to Kartel. You know, he had his Freedom Street that was also well attended. We see him 2 nights at Barclay in New York and Florida, Atlanta, all over. So it's just, I think we need to get rid of the idea of like, oh, like Beanie Man is it and it's still it, and it's just like it looked like it means something to the artist, but I mean, in the grand scheme of things, like, how really important is it? You know, and I just think we just need to not be so caught up personally in this whole king and who's the king and who's the king now, the current king, but he's still the king in the dead. And it's just, it's something fun to have right now in the dancehall, you know. And I think for especially the fans too, for them to be so divisive, it just kind of ruins the whole fun element of what it should be, and I don't like that. But kudos to Kartel, and I mean, you know, Beanie Man too, he is one of the legends. He is a legend in the industry. He could, and he can definitely say he held and had the kingly status of dancehall for a very long time, and him can still hold it. I mean, it's not something where you can grab and take away and whatever. So I guess they're concurring kings. I don't know, not consecutive kings, but it's not that big of a deal. And I just don't like how it's just becoming this corrosive thing when it's supposed to be like, you know, like a fun element to our culture, and it's just this whole king lit thing. So it was just not cool to me.
I think it's indicative of our culture. I think it's in line with what our culture has been. Specifically dancehall. Dancehall is a competitive sport. It's a sport and it's a competitive sport. And a lot of artists, they go around, them do them thing, and they want to be acknowledged for it.
True. Absolutely.
And they want to be acknowledged as the best.
Yeah.
So you have artists out there who know they're really serious about the craft. Them not really love music to begin with. But you have artists out there that take it very seriously, and when they come into the game, they come into the game wanting to be number one or striving to be number one. So I understand your perspective in regards to the fun aspect of it from the outside looking in, but to them it means everything. And it's to some of them it means everything. You can't tell Kartel saying it means something to him. You can't tell Beanie Man saying it means something to him. So I get it from their perspective about, you know, the acknowledgement, they wanted to keep the crown, all these aspects of it. I get. Right? Congrats to Vybz Kartel. This is well deserved. I mean, we just see the impact that he has had, even from prison, post prison. The man still had number one songs while being in prison. The man wrote, recorded, released number one songs while being in prison.
And albums too.
The man has since been released a little over a year now. And we've seen the impact that the man has had in dancehall. As people rightly bring up, the conversations that we were having last year prior to his release was Afrobeats. Or Afrobeats around the place. Or trap dancehall now gone away. Or dancehall are dead. And all these things. Now, fast forward 1 year later, conversation is how dancehall is doing great. How dancehall is in arena shows where it belongs. And all these things. And all of that can be linked and can be traced to one person. One stimulus. That it stemmed from, and that is Vybz Kartel. I don't think anybody can have any serious gripes with it. Like, of course, there'll be debates, and of course, when you do side-by-side comparisons in regards to legacy, resume, some areas a man I got have over next man, right? The big one I think is performance. You know, with the
Beanie Man is definitely better.
Beanie Man is a better performer.
Like the best performer. One of the
best
performers.
In music.
Yeah.
In music. Yeah, that elite top tier. You know? And of course you have Kartel, who the man is just a prolific songmaker. The likes of which we've never seen before. So I just think it just only part this is just a tasting where it's just what's your taste, what you value.
Yeah.
But
and I mean,
one thing you cannot take away from the man is his impact.
Both men.
Both men.
And that's what I don't really like. It's like I know, you know, it's comparative, like we're comparing both people, Beanie Man and Kartel, but I just feel like, cause them say comparison is a thief of joy. But it's just I think we can get to a place now where we can honor both respectfully and just really acknowledge the work that both men have contributed to the culture, and both men have really and truly, like, they deserve the honor of, if you know, the title, I guess, if you want it, the title of king, you know, like, if that's the case. And again, it's like it's not like it's being snatched away from Beanie Man. It's just like,
damn near feels like,
because I feel like I don't know if it's the fans. I don't know if, I'm not saying
it's somewhat Beanie's reactions
in terms
as
of
well.
media, because I personally don't want to get involved in that, because I just personally think that they're two great artists, and I think that we need to honor them respectively for what they've done. And I don't think it should be seen as like a snatching of titles or a snatching of crown. It's just like, hey, it can be seen as this, you're the king for this era, you're the king for this era. And I'm thinking it's either going to be between Massacre and Alkaline, who's going to be the king for the next era. You know, if we're gonna put it like that, because if really and truly, Kartel should have been get this long time, if we'll be honest. Like, you know, but you know, he's done the work and he's solidified himself as a major stakeholder, like column, like you talk about column, like he's on the Mount Rushmore. He'd be on the Mount Rushmore for every dancer, like whatever it may be, whether it's lyricists, artists, like star quality, whoever, like he'll be on the Mount Rushmore of dancehall greats, Vybz Kartel and Beanie Man. And I just think that we just need to just gonna get rid of the bad vibes and the bad energy around it. Even the Stampede, like many people were saying that it was, I saw a couple of videos, people were saying that the Stampede ruined it because they didn't even get to see it. It's like while he was being crowned, the Stampede, you know, like disrupted the whole moment. And again, it just speaks to the overall vibe and energy. I feel like we can't even be like celebratory for somebody. I don't know if I, you know, many people say a couple of people say Beanie Man fan them, and I'm just like, come on now, guys, come on. Is it really that serious? But you know, even that in and of itself, like in that moment when he's being crowned, like we couldn't even like respect the whole moment, and like we'll cause chaos in the crowd, like, you know, definitely cause harm to people. And I'm sure his fans, like there were fans who had to run because of the Stampede that wanted to see that moment and they were robbed of it. So you know, I just feel like we really need to get to a point where we just kind of get rid of this I'm better, you're better, It's just like, yeah, they're both great in their respective times, in their respective eras. And just think of it as this thing will pass down. And it's not like Kartel have to go like, hey, I'm crowning you or I'm giving the mantle to you. But just eras and respecting each era and just respecting each person's contribution to the game. Yeah.
It would have been great if, you know, Beanie would have been there and you know, be a part of the process.
Definitely.
And all of this wouldn't have.
But I think Spice doing it. I think Spice doing it was just. I personally think Spice doing it was makes sense.
Supposed to crown a man as king. Woman no authority for that.
You know, he almost got me, people. He almost. I am really trying my best to be calm. I'm like,
woman for crown man king and. Me never see that.
So Queen Elizabeth was nobody in history. She was nothing. Like she was when she knight Sir Bustamante.
Knight, not different from king.
You know that she could have made King Charles king, right? if she wanted to. She could have literally relinquished the crown, but she just didn't want to. She wanted to die.
Okay.
Yeah. So she could make a king if she wanted to. She made kings, essentially. Fuck you.
You could have.
I couldn't hold it.
Yeah,
I'm trying.
They get joked every
better.
time.
No, but no. Spice doing it, I think it was just perfect. I think it was a crown kiss actually, or chef kiss. Sorry, crown kiss, chef kiss. You know, they're really good friends. They're good. Song makers. I think about Ramping Shop. Like I was gonna say songs.
Collaborators.
Yeah, but good collaborators. That's right. Thank you. You know, and I think it, you know, it just, and she is considered the queen of dancehall now. Like for real, like that is undisputed at this point. Many people think say it's still Lady Star, but Lady Star out of it, I really don't really care about it. All right, Shensia would probably be in for the next era, but I think, yeah, so for her to be, you know, the queen, crowning her king counterpart, I think that was good, you know, and I'm glad that she held her own, especially with Nuffy, like him, and it's like, Nuffy, you know, I like that moment. She held it and she was and that's like real queen, like taking control of the moment and crowning her friend. So I was happy to see that, and that was nice. It was a good moment overall. Let's not talk about Joe.
Come on, let me hear ya. Come on, let's give it up for him. Give it up for Vybz. Yeah, Joe McKenzie, I know how fun. Yeah, I can see why you're afraid to come here, Joe.
Oh man,
I get it.
No liquor. Pot for like no liquor. Like the years in Malivia.
Joe
like,
will be Joe. Joe is Joe, man.
Come on.
Joe, come on.
It's like the oldest white man. Like that's what it felt like. God damn it. Dang nabbit. That's what people said. Dang nabbit.
Joe funny.
Yeah, Joe is hilarious.
Joe is an entertainer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Vybz Kartel.
Yeah.
Shout out to this moment. A moment that will go down a dancehall history as being historic and momentous.